you guys another project and pro tip from Oregon Burls, the Burl Hunter. And today we are going to be flood coating this project and seal coating that project. We're going to do it all in one, and Keith is going to be helping me. So first of all, we're going to flood coat with stone coat epoxy because this is scratch resistant and heat resistant when it is finally cured, which is 28 days of curing time. And we have this inlaid granite no, it's not real granite. However, it looks like real granite. And this is stone coat epoxy also that we inlaid the river with. Oregon walnut, so that's a Claro walnut top. And we're ready to get this puppy finished. And then we have another walnut slab over there, river. All right, so first of all, what we have to do is Keith is going to measure what the square footage of this is. Because on a flood coat, you're doing 3 ounces per every square foot.
7 feet 2 inches.
Okay, 7 foot by 4 foot. Because we're short on that one, long on this one. Yahoo! So 28 square feet. 3 ounces per 28 square feet. That is 28 times 3, which is 84 ounces is what we need for this. Let me see if this is big enough.
60.
We need a bigger hooey dauber.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so let's find Keith is going to assist me in finding a larger tub measuring device. And I hope we have enough. We'll see. Also, always be careful about putting used buckets on your project or pouring on your project. Do what I say, not what I do. Because you will pull your hair out and look like this. And that right there is, I do 48. Yeah. Always drink your water when you're doing this because you sweat a whole bunch. Also, whenever you're doing a large project like this, make sure that you have everything lined up because you do have a time where this is no longer workable. You have actually 45 minutes, a lot of working time, but it's good to have your torches, your notch trowel, your mixer, and anything else like candy bars or popcorn, soda. Yeah. What? You said soda?
Coffee.
Coffee, you know, all those things that make a good pour. And make sure that you're eating while you're doing the job so that you have some natural crummage happening. All right? Good. So we're going to scrape the sides because a lot of the non-mixed stuff likes to hang out around the sides. I think we're good there, Mr. Keith. Just set it right there and you can drip. All right, here we go, here we go. Now, here's a pro tip. When you're at this stage, you don't want to heat your wood up because it'll make gas bubbles and could possibly force its way out. However, on the actual epoxy, you can spend more time with the flame on the epoxy because it's solid. But you never want, at this point, heat up your wood. Okay, so we're going to torch this 3 times, but then we have this tent that we're going to be putting over to protect it, so no floaties will come in. And if you have a divot, like right here, the best way to handle one of these divots is you just break the tension. You just use a finger, break the tension. The epoxy is already warm. It should flow right in and flatten out. Here's a divot, and a divot, and let's see how that does. Okay, one of the things on your finished flood coat, you never want to be walking too fast. You don't want very much air movement. So if you're walking around this, move slow because the faster you go, the more wind you create, and then the more dust can fly in. And this was a wonderful pro tip that Mike at Stone Coat gave everybody. Making a tent. This works out wonderful. Hey, Keith and I are going to be showing you how to do a seal coat on a 7-foot table. We've already measured it out. It is 28 square feet. So whenever you're doing a seal coat, it is 1 ounce per square foot. So we need 28 ounces. So 14 and 14. Now, the previous project we used the notch trowel because it was a finished product. So we wanted 3 ounces per square foot. This is just a seal coat. So we're going to use a squeegee because it is 1 ounce per square foot. All right, same process from the center and out. Pro tip, always have something else ready to pour in case you do too much. So this is the second seal coat that we have going on. My finger is squeegeeing off the side. Beautiful. And we don't have to worry too much about the bottom of this, or the sides of this, because this is the bottom pour, which when we do the final top, which is, that's the top, we're looking at the bottom here, it's going to go over the edge, and we're going to have a lot going over the edge. Okay, let me explain these gussets. So Keith routed in 1 inch down, and then with a router, and then we cut 1 inch dowels, square dowels, and epoxied them in. That will stop. Usually when you do a river, it has a tendency to bow one way or the other. But when you put these gussets in there, it stops that bowing. And then you end up with a straight table. And there you have it, a flood coat and a seal coat. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our videos so that you can get notified every single time we put out a video. And sometimes it's about me burl hunting and how to process burl. But for this time, we're showing you stone coat countertop epoxy. But you can visit our website at OregonBurls.com or theburlhunter.com. Make us your friend on Facebook or subscribe. And just under the bark, the Burl Hunter, Greg Dahl, Oregon Burls. Till next time, God bless you. See ya.